So, y'all, I'm not on the road yet. I'm actually on the way to see my mom. She recently had a surgery and she wanting to see me. She's in recovery right now. She's wanting to see me. So I'm going to go down, check mom out before I actually get on the road here in a little while. Actually, I may not get on the road till in the morning, but I don't know if I feel like getting up at 4 a.m. and driving, which is really the best time to drive, honestly, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I did want to come in here and pose the question as to how much submission cost. Now, and the reason I'm making this, I'm doing this commentary is because I received an email from a lady who was upset. She had saw a video that I had made. I don't even know when it was. I mean, it was a while back, but she was saying that she disagreed with my ideas on submission. And she went along to say that, you know, black women don't owe black men submission. Black men are nothing. They do nothing. They are the bottom caste. They are, you know, basically we ain't shit, which is not a rare narrative. You can hear this narrative. You know, it's not something new that's being said. Sadly, I hate that it's so many of our women that are doing it, but this is where we are. So I'm going to deal with it where we are. You know, and I got the message, and I didn't receive it negatively because, again, I hear it so much now. It's like, you know, this is the new, I ain't gonna say new, this is the opinion that black women are gonna have about black men. It comes down to wealth, essentially. Because even when I hear these types of questions, I never hear, well, how much can a black man provide me as far as companionship? It's typically going to be, well, how much money he bringing to the table. And this is why I asked, how much does submission cost? This is why this is the question to me. And, you know, I'm trying to get out of comparing ourselves to other groups of people. A lot of times we as black people will sit here and say that we have a completely different situation than every other group of people on this planet. But, you know, we don't look at it that way when it comes to some of the criticisms and chastisements of our group. We don't look at that. We want to talk about psychology, and we don't look at our very specific and individual psychology as to what we've endured here in this country, and typically black people are enduring all over the world. We will still compare ourselves to other groups. I hear, and this lady did it too, black women comparing black men to white men. I hear this a lot, and you'll hear women make this point to compare black men to white men. And I think it's an unfair comparison. The same as though I feel when you dealing with, and I actually made a video speaking to that, black women being compared to white women. Black women in a different situation. So you can't be comparing them to white women. I think that is disingenuous and complete bullshit. If you really want to be, I mean, you know, to be frank about the shit, it's complete bullshit for somebody to do that as they're acting like they understand the black condition. Because my issue isn't with the people who, you know, clearly don't understand the black condition. The people who get on the internet and just say shit per their experiences, say shit per their hurt, per their pain, per their disappointment with black people. Those people don't understand the black condition. They are a product of hurt. They're a product of pain. So they're going to be spewing things based on hurt and pain. But when you have these people who come out here and say they understand the black condition, speak as if they understand the black condition, and then turn around and say very stupid ass shit, it bothers me. That's what's starting to bother me more than anything, is these people are acting like they're fucking, like they know what they're talking about. And they don't. You could tell, like, bitch, where your daddy? Nigga, did your mama hurt you? Like, you can kind of tell very early what the fuck is going on with them, because they wear their feelings on their sleeves. And if you pay attention, the people who congregate to them, the people who huddle around and listen to them, are people who are suffering from the same affliction. Women that are going to sit around listening to videos where you have black women that are sitting around talking shit about black men. Well, all of them got daddy issues. They all do. That's why they come in for, hi, my name is whoever the fuck, and my daddy wasn't there. You can kind of tell that when you talk to this group of people, same as black men. Hi, my name is such and such. Not only was my daddy not there, but my mom fucked me up. You could tell, I've been hurt by black women. You could tell when people are congregating based on their pain, acting like they about some pro-black shit. Pro-black shit cannot stem from pain or hurt or disappointment that we have amongst each other or with each other. Pro-blackness is a collective, to me, I'll say in my opinion, a collective on how much pain and suffering the white man and his mama has caused, and that's it. That's all. That's what pro-blackness is. To me. Anyway, that's the ideology, that's the focal point that we should all have, the perspectives that we should all have if we're doing pro-blackness. And if you're going to speak on your people, you got to understand where your people came from. Now, back to this message. Now, this lady says to me that black women don't owe it to black men. Black men are not deserving of submission. And, that bothers me because it makes submission seem like there is some monetary equivalency that submission is supposed to be. Now, black men haven't enslaved, raped, built economic wealth, or built an entire economy based on slavery, but we're being compared to people who do these types of things. We haven't raped, pillaged, robbed, but we're being compared to people who have done these types of things, and not only have done these types of things, but did them to us. I hate to hear black women comparing black men to white men. Like, how are we allowing that to be the case when we see what white men have done? We see what they have done across this whole entire world. We see the situation we're in, and particularly when we're dealing with the black American psychology. Because it's different than even the black African psychology. It's just different. Because you're dealing with a different set of experiences, a different set of circumstance. So she's basically saying that black men aren't deserving. Because they ain't out here building anything. They ain't out here doing anything. They're not out here providing wealth. And I hate that's how we look at it. That's how we look at our men in our communities is, well, you got to be coming with some money, and damn well, by and large, black men ain't got no money like that. Black men ain't got no money like that. But the reason we don't have money like that is been very clearly defined. If you understand the situation that we're in here in this country, again, you have a lot of people claiming they understand it, but then you have bitches come out of their mouth saying this stupid ass shit right here. Because this lady wanted to claim that she was pro-black. How can you be pro-black and sit here and say, what you're saying when you see the condition that our men have been under? You see that. You see the communities that black men have built to be burned down. You see that. And you also see that without the woman, no other nation, it doesn't matter who, or even if they're trying to build, the woman has to be on page. This is one of the things that it reminds me of when we talk about racism and white supremacy, and I had made it a conscious effort for me to mention the white man and his mama, because without his mama, he couldn't have built what he's built. He couldn't have done what he's done without his woman being behind him. Without the Asian man's woman, without them being in line and being behind him, it wouldn't even got to a point where they would have any type of wealth. To where they would have any type of power without those women being behind them, even as they're trying to build. So what black women are saying is that, well, even if even as you're trying to build, even as you're trying to better yourself, I'm not going to have your back. I'll be here when you're done. And it's like, who does that work for? Who are these nations of people who, went out, these men went out here and did all of this stuff, and the women waited till afterwards to be down, to be on the team? That doesn't make any sense. Now, again, I do feel as though a lot of these women are speaking from an area of pain. But people aren't checking them as to, well, okay, you're claiming you understand the black experience, the black condition, but you're telling women that men have nothing to submit to, Don't be on their team as they're trying to build, as whatever they're trying to do. Don't be down with them then. Wait till afterwards. Wait till they're already home. Wait till they've actually built something. Then you go have your man's back, because now you're being paid to have your man's back. It hasn't worked like that for any other group of people. It's not working like that for anyone. So, considering the situation that we're in, why are we sitting here acting like it's going to work like that for us? Why are women sitting around acting like it's going to work like that for us? That's not real. That's not real at all. Now, I do understand if black women are deciding to, not submit to, because when they hear the word submission, it's a different, it means something different to them. To me, submission is as simple as cooperation. It's a simple thing to me. As simple as cooperation without argument on every decision. And to me, I don't feel like you should be with a man who you don't feel as though is worthy to submit to. And that's, before y'all even start having sex and all of this stuff, y'all women are sitting around not, basically saying, well, black men aren't worthy of submission, but I'm gonna suck them, marry them, be in relationships with them, as I feel this way. And it doesn't make any sense. You should know this very early as you're dating or talking to someone if they're not worthy of submission. Therefore, you don't give them submission and you can continue to keep moving. You don't reward them. Because that's another thing this lady was kind of alluding to. And I'm sitting here like, how even if black men aren't worthy of submission, how have you fucked so many of them then? What is going on with you? But you have women who aren't being held up to any standard. And that's something that is viewed as a weakness, because, if you hold women to any standards, if you question some of their decisions, it always comes back to somebody else, the black man, typically. And it's like, well, the black man has to stand on his own 2 feet. He can't blame you for anything. You call him weak if he blames you for anything. But for your behaviors and actions and decisions, then you can blame him. And then that's just okay. That's normal. And this would be pro-black people even talk like this. And I don't understand how they're getting away with this shit. Now, I do get that we're allowing that to happen, but it just doesn't make any sense. How much does cooperation cost? I don't want to have to pay a woman to cooperate with me. Build a bank just to get a black woman to cooperate with me, when it should be natural. If we're going to be engaging and procreating, the cooperation should just be there. Upon the dating part, or upon getting to know someone, the cooperation should just be there. I'm not willing to, and this could be fucked up, and y'all can tell me in the comment section. I'm not sitting out here trying to convince a black woman to submit to me. That's not what the fuck I'm about to live my life doing. I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to convince nobody to submit to me. I'm going to do what the fuck I do, and either you can get in line or get the fuck out of line. It doesn't make me any difference whatsoever. And I think a lot of us black men need to stop begging for cooperation. If a woman don't want to cooperate with you, she's not down with your program, then move on. Easy. You didn't just trying to convince women to get on. No, if they are having success in what they're doing, how they're doing it, if they have been successful, which a lot of them have to be real and say they haven't been. You got women going up towards their 40s, they haven't been successful in a relationship. Now, you could beg her. You could do that, black man. You could beg her for cooperation. You could try to prove yourself to her. You can, you can do all this shit. But no, I won't. I refuse. Because I'm not trying to prove myself to a woman who is here in this country with me. We've been in the same, both suffering from the same psychological traumas. We both out here trying to, better ourselves and work to improve our situations. I'm not trying to convince her of anything. No, I'm not going to dedicate my existence to trying to convince a woman of anything. I won't do that. Y'all can call me whatever the fuck you want. That's fine with me. That's just not where I am in life. At this point, I'm trying to prove myself to my children. I'm not worried about proving myself to no woman. I'm out here working hard for them to make sure they're okay. I'm not no woman. Not to get a woman's respect. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to pay what it costs for a woman to view me as a leader. Because of what I'm hearing is it's costing actual dollars. And I'm not willing to do that. Because then once I get these dollars, once you get that money, you'll see flocks. They coming from everywhere. They don't give a fuck about you. I don't want no woman that don't give a fuck about me. What's the point? What's the point of having a woman that don't give a fuck about you unless you got money? Unless you building a bank or you finding ways to make her rich. I wouldn't want a woman like that. So I don't mind that these black women are coming out here saying this. This doesn't bother me at all. That's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. If you feel like men ain't worth a fuck or not worthy of submission or cooperation or your support or you having his back, if he don't have money or if he not building something, that's fine. Perfectly fine. But I'm not gonna be fucking with you. And I can love you as a black woman, but me and your mentality is not the same. So therefore, we don't need to be together. We don't need to be fucking with each other like that. Because to me, cooperation shouldn't cost a goddamn thing. How the hell is black men supposed to build anything if our women aren't standing with us? How are black women supposed to build anything if their men ain't standing with them? I don't know. As we talk about these other nations, no other nation, it doesn't work like that. You build together. You conquer together. Black people are the only people sitting around here trying to conquer separate. And that goes into our psychology. How we've been made. They separate us for a reason. There's a reason, because they know damn well. Ain't no nation, ain't no nation in the studying of humans that's done built up and been strong without the man and woman together. It just ain't happening. And it ain't gonna happen for black folk. And y'all should see that by now, but y'all still won't. So we'll still have these gender wars. We'll still have women saying, black men aren't worthy. We'll still have black men saying black women ain't worthy. Y'all motherfuckers, it doesn't make any sense. It ain't gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. Cooperation should come based on a mutual understanding of the condition. To me, you got a hard-working black man out here and he ain't worthy because he ain't got the money yet, because he ain't secured a bag yet. He's not worthy. Now, I know this ain't life. I'm gonna make that clear now. This is not life. A lot of us are looking at this internet shit, this YouTube shit, this Twitter shit, this Instagram, Facebook, and that becomes life. This isn't life, because there are plenty of black women who will work with a man while he's down, as he builds himself up. Plenty of black women doing that. I don't have an exact number, but I know it's a lot of black women doing it. So I'm not going to sit here and paint the veil that this is all black women. That's not what's happening here. A lot of people doing that. That's not what's going on here. But these narratives that are being put out here, they're not going to work for us, y'all. They just not. We're not in the same situation as everybody else. We need to understand that. If you disagree with me about submission and cooperation, I understand that. But your idea that you may have, it isn't working. We have to build together, rise together. There is no, that's all it is to it, y'all. Point blank, plain and simple. And I'd be damned if I'm about to pay a woman to cooperate with me. I won't do it. I ain't got no whole lot of money. No. I do all right. It's been struggles in my life. I ain't got no whole lot. But I'd be damned if I'm about to pay a woman, a black woman, to cooperate with me. Like, lady, we in the same place. Where you at? What planet you on? What experiences are you having? We in the same place. So cooperation should come based on that energy alone, if you have that mindset. That's where the cooperation should come from. And a lot of women, and I told this woman too, because I didn't respond to her in a long form, but I did say this. A lot of women are saying they won't submit to a man due to their pain and stuff like that, and I get that. But a lot of them are wanting things from men that they don't even have themselves. Lady, you not work. I mean, like, don't nobody want you anyway. What you talking about? No one is vying for your submission specifically. Don't nobody want you anyway. Well, I won't say nobody because that's a little far. But it's like, you know, don't nobody really want to fuck with you like that anyway. You're aggy. You don't uplift. You're not soothing. You're not a good cheerleader. You're not a good mate. You're not a good partner. This is why don't nobody care nothing about your submission anyway. I don't know why women are sitting around like somebody cares about all of their submission. Your submission ain't necessary because you're not coming. Your submission, your cooperation isn't going to build shit anyway. So don't nobody want yours. A lot of women are real arrogant. Don't nobody want your submission. So keep it. Don't give it to nobody. Don't nobody want it no goddamn way. Not from you. You don't have anything. And I'm not saying materially have anything. I'm talking about mentally and spiritually. Some people will deem this as a spiritual thing. You don't have anything there. Your mind is dumb. Your spirit is trash. Don't nobody want your submission anyway. Keep it. Have a seat. You can keep your submission. And a lot of women aren't even looking at that. And I understand. You know, there's a veil there. But don't nobody want your shit anyway. You ain't coming to feed my spirit, feed my mentality, you know, feed my energy, then don't nobody want your submission anyway. You just keep getting on. And we got to be careful of this too, man. As we're looking at these women make these comments, that's not all black women, y'all. These are black women who don't nobody want their submission anyway. Don't nobody want their ass anyway, but they're making comments because they know this. And the only thing they could do to justify it is to try to blame men. That's all they can do. They don't bring nothing to the table. Bitch don't even know how to clean a bathtub out right. What you gonna do? Bitch don't even know how to cook nothing. I ain't gonna clean the bathroom. Mirror ain't been cleaned in years. Like, lady, don't nobody want your submission anyway. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Don't nobody want it from you. You just go back to being on Twitter, Instagram, leaving your little dumbass comments and making your little silly ass videos. Don't nobody want your shit anyway. Can't nobody build nothing with you. Pink hair. Like, bitch, are you crazy? Pink hair, goddamn fake ass lashes about to fly off your goddamn face. Ain't nobody want no. Go sit down. Sit down. Your entire mentality and spirit is built on vanity and fake shit. Sit down. Don't even love yourself. Don't nobody want your submission. But not saying this lady that sent me this message that she was like that, but I'm just saying it's a lot of arrogant women out here. Why should I submit to men? Like, when nobody talking to you anyway? Just your voice alone. Listen to you. Was nobody talking to you? When men are asking for submission, they're not asking from you. It's not you that they're talking to at all. So go sit your ass down somewhere. And men, y'all need to keep this in mind. A lot of these women that's talking this shit, no, don't nobody. Go sit down. You ain't teaching your kids shit. You ain't raising them right. You ain't raising them with black pride. You ain't doing shit. But sucking dick and giving pussy up and thinking somebody looking for your submission. No, sit down. You ain't got nothing else to bring to the table. Other than the fact you got a damn job. No. I get tired of this shit. It don't make no sense. And y'all stop being on this goddamn internet acting like that's all people, that's all women, that's all men. No, it's not. Y'all keep focusing on these motherfuckers, giving them life. That's not everybody. That's not everybody. There's a lot of women out here who understand what submission is, do not view it as a weakness, who understand submission is cooperation, who understands that getting on a man's nerves all goddamn day, nagging him down, that ain't the way. That ain't the way you uplift your man. That's not the way you build your man. A lot of women understand that. So that's not everybody talking this bullshit, black men. It's just some of them. And a lot of these women are the ones getting the spotlight, that decide to come open their goddamn mouth and make channels and shit. We not gonna do it without each other. I'm gonna tell y'all don't have to listen to me. You can just look out here in the world. You can call me crazy, but you cannot call your observation crazy. Black women, you cannot submit to black men. You cannot submit to black men. I mean, that's your decision. You can say it's based on money, which is what I hear the most. Money. You can do that. But you know the situation. Do not call yourself being pro-black or understanding the black condition as you talking this stupid shit at the same time. Because ain't no man ever built shit up without his woman. And that's even to get to that point. No man ever built power without his woman. Nobody. And a black man will be no exception. That's all the fuck I want to say. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.